All right, what's up, guys? Welcome. Let's do this. So let's do a quick live. I'm gonna do it about 30 minutes. I'm gonna take a look at Bitcoin, and I'm gonna tell you what my plans are basically for Bitcoin right here. If you're watching this live, please like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're also live on Twitter. If you're watching on Twitter, please try to get over to our YouTube page. Go to YouTube. The Birb on YouTube, check that out. It works. We are not always going live on YouTube. Twitter. So you're gonna be checking out YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Press that bell notification button to get notified whenever we go live. Because I'm not always going to notify you guys when I go live. So make sure you're actually subscribed to the channel. And yeah, let's take a look at Bitcoin here. It looks like it's about to break out here. It really looks like it wants to break out. But the important thing here to remember is we're actually right now trading into resistance, right? So it's important to realize that if you buy right here, you're actually buying resistance, right? So let me just share the link here so that more people can get in on the live. All right, let's go. All right, so we got this range right here, and the range low is around 30, the area between 33 and 34k. The range EQ, which is also confluent with the monthly EQ. No, not the monthly open. It's around 37k. Right, so this is my game plan, right? Marco says I enter now. Well, maybe not, right? Maybe not buy resistance, right? In trading, you're not supposed to buy resistance and sell support, right? You're supposed to be a seller at resistance and a buyer at support. I'm not saying that you should short Bitcoin or sell Bitcoin or you know. All I'm saying is stay patient. Do not FOMO in right now. All right. So my game plan right here, my plan is I want to see either. Yes, of course. Of course, I'm going to post these trades in the Birb Nest. So if you're watching this and you're not a member of the Birb Nest, you need to go over to thebirbnest.com/free trial. And you're going to be able to try out our community, and you're going to get these signals right here for free. You're going to try it out for 7 days. And yeah, so before you buy, if you're watching this, you're like, holy shit, I'm going to be buying Bitcoin. Please just wait 5 minutes and let me explain what trading is all about, right? The most important thing in trading, and one of the most important things in trading, is to stay disciplined and patient, right? You need to be patient enough to wait for the market to give you the right kinds of setups according to your system. So I'm going to be showing you guys what my system is like and what type of setups I want to take according to my system, right? So let's say we get a breakout right here. Now, if you buy here, you're buying resistance. At least if you're buying the breakout, you're at least buying, the breakout. But buying here, you're actually buying right into resistance. You're buying the range high at resistance. So there's two ways to play this breakout. Well, actually, there's 3 ways. But in my opinion, there's only 2 good ways. There's 3 ways to play this. Either you could enter with 100% of your desired position on the breakout, right? So you buy everything on the actual breakout. I'm not a breakout trader, so I wouldn't recommend that. I'm not going to do that. If you're a breakout trader, go ahead. That's probably working out for you. The second option is to buy 50% on the actual breakout and then wait for the retest and enter with the rest of the 50%. Obviously, it doesn't have to be 50%. Could be 25% on a breakout and then 75% on a retest. The reason for doing this is to kind of feed your FOMO and kind of calm yourself down. So if you know that if Bitcoin breaks out, I know I'm going to buy the breakout because I have a shitty patient or whatever, right? So you might buy 25% of your desired position on the actual breakout to kind of feed your FOMO and to kind of calm down, right? And you're then going to wait for retest. Now, if the retest don't happen, you're still in the trade, right? So if no retest comes, you're still in a most likely quite profitable trade, right? And if you get the retest, you will have still a pretty good average entry, right? So let's say you buy the breakout here, 25%, buy 75% here. Your average entry would be somewhere around here, which is still a good average entry. And the third and the best option, and the option that I'm going with, is wait for a breakout and a retest and a rounded retest of the breakout level. So let's say that this right here, this is the candle that breaks through the resistance level, right? So we get a candle breaking through. We get a candle breaking through like this, right? Like this. Breakthrough closes above here. I want to see a 4-hour open and close. What number is that? I can't see very well. Right. So the top of the range is around 41, right? $41,000. So we get a breakout, 4-hour close. I would like to see a 4-hour open and close above range high. I would then like to see a rounded retest of the range high area. This 40, let's say 40.5 to 41K area. That's the rounded retest that I want to be buying. That's my plan. That's my plan, right? Now, we might not even break out here, right? So we are at resistance, and usually what happens is when price hits resistance, it's going to act as resistance, because resistance is resistance until proven otherwise, right? You probably heard that 100 times before, but you're probably still buying resistance. It's important to realize that resistance is not where you're supposed to be buying, right? So either buy the breakout, buy the retest after the breakout, or do whatever one of the three options, right? If we actually do get rejected here at range highs, it's not like, I mean, let me just say this, we're still in the same range. The bull market is not, it's not like we have a confirmation of the continuation of the bull market, because we are in the same range. For me, the confirmation that the bull market might be resuming is the break and retest of this area right here. That might confirm the continuation of the bull market for me. But then again, I'm going to take profit at the 50K area above, because on the higher time frames, that reaction at 50K might actually be a new lower high on the daily. So let's look at the daily right here, right? A reaction here. I mean, we could be seeing something like this, right? It's always, I mean, it's important to take into consideration all different scenarios. And as traders, we are going to adapt to the current market conditions. It's just like in evolution, it's the survival of the best adaptable species, right? So the traders who are going to survive the longest in the markets are the traders who are going to be available or able to adapt to the changing market conditions. So what we have to do is, well, what I'm doing is I'm most likely going to buy the break and retest of range highs, and I'm then going to adapt to whatever price action tells me at the 50K area. If there's a clear reaction at 50K, I'm going to exit, because there's a probability that we might come down and test this area again. Now, if we get a confirmed retest of the 42, 41K area, confirmed retest, a confirmed bounce, I might enter again in anticipation of the breakthrough and above 50K. Now, we might not even get rejected here. Obviously, we're most likely going to get a low time frame rejection, but we might not get rejected here. We might just break straight through and see a break and retest of that area. And that would just tell me to repeat this same idea, but above here. So that's my current plans for Bitcoin. Now, if you're watching this and you have no idea what to do, everyone's super bullish, you got to remember that we are trading at resistance and we are currently right now getting rejected at range highs. So if you're seeing a lot of people that are like, I'm buying Bitcoin right here, it's going to 100K, I'm foaming in right now, remember that those people, and maybe some of you, you're actually buying resistance. You're doing the exact opposite of what you're most likely supposed to be doing and what every trading book has taught you. Do not buy resistance. You're supposed to buy the breakout or the break and retest of resistance. When resistance has been reclaimed as support, that's when you want to go long, right? Not right at resistance. Does this affect the dot trade? So the dot trade is based on the dot trade is based on if Bitcoin can establish some type of low time frame. Look at the 15-minute here, right? So if we look at the 15-minute, we have a pretty clear structure right here. Let's remove everything here. So we have a pretty clear structure here at around 40, let's say 40.6, right? So right here, we're actually testing that area right now. Now, if this low time frame trend can continue to the upside, so if you retest this structure above here and continue higher, that might be the start of the breakout for Bitcoin. And the dot trade, the dot long is based on Bitcoin possibly breaking out. So you could say that the dot trade is a trade in anticipation of Bitcoin breaking out. So this would be like buying Bitcoin, I don't know, on that retest right there in anticipation of this breaking out. So the idea with the dot trade is the dot trade will not work out if Bitcoin starts to retrace heavily, right? So if you're watching dot right now and you haven't entered, I would recommend to wait, right? I would recommend to wait before the price kind of moves back into the buy zone, maybe has like a bullish 1 hour close inside the buy zone. Right now we're getting rejected right at the buy zone, which means it's happening because Bitcoin is getting rejected at resistance. But as you can see here, we're holding the upper, like the upper structure, or the upper part of this low time frame structure of Bitcoin. If this can hold that support, Bitcoin will most likely break out, which means DOT will most likely at least hit the TP1 area, and that's where we will move our stops either to entry or below that swing low. All right, so that's a quick explanation on what I'm watching on Bitcoin currently. So we have only about 10 to 15 minutes left of the stream. I know it's just a quick one, but I wanted to kind of get the word out and show you guys what I'm watching on Bitcoin. And just a word of warning, right? If you're buying Bitcoin here, you're buying Bitcoin inside a major resistance area. Honestly, I don't really god damn it, like you're not supposed to short this, right? We're looking at a potential breakout for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a lot of bullish news. It looks like it wants to break out. I'm just saying that you're not supposed to buy resistance. I'm not telling you to short. I'm absolutely not telling you to short Bitcoin. You should absolutely not short Bitcoin, but you should also not buy Bitcoin at resistance. The risk to reward on shorts here are, I mean, I guess they're good, but in my opinion, there's more. Longing just makes more sense, right? So my browser is freezed. But anyway, like what I'm saying is when everyone gets super bullish and just euphoric all over the place, when crypto traders is screaming buy, you should be cautious and you should check the chart and ask yourself, are people bullish at resistance once again? Like, and they're most likely are, because when we get a move from range lows all the way to range high, people will look at this move as like confirmation of strength, confirmation of the bull market continuing, whatever, but they fail to realize that we are just in the same range that we have been trading in for the last couple of weeks, right? So nothing has really changed. Of course, we have had some quite bullish news, and the FUD that we saw prior to the dump is gone. Elon is gone from Twitter and all that kind of stuff. So the market conditions is more neutral. Yeah. So about the title, 50K next, exclamation mark. So the question here is, if we do break out, I'm looking at 50K as targets, right? My trade setup is based on the break and retest of range highs as and TP, the take profit area, is going to be 50K, right? So the question is, if Bitcoin breaks out here, will we hit 50K? And I'd like to say yes, we are most likely hitting that 50K area if we do break out, and especially if we do break out and retest and hold the 41K area. Cannot read the numbers. I'm not really sure what numbers. Like, I don't know. I'm seeing the numbers very clearly on the stream here. But I don't like, what numbers are you referring to? How long have we been in this range? Months? No, not really. I can't really say we've been here for months. We've been, well, yeah, maybe. it's been a while. It's been a while since Bitcoin has actually done anything interesting. So wait, all right. So let me tell you again. Let me tell you guys again. The trade idea is based on the break and retest of the area between 40.5 and 41K, right? So the idea is based on the breakout and the rounded retest and the first retest of the area between 40.5 and 41K. All right? CMT is definitely 100% worth it. It's very hard, so you will have to spend a lot of time, and really, it's hard work and it's really hard. But I definitely recommend it. I haven't done it, so I don't even know why I'm recommending it. But we have people in the Nest team who's done it, and I really want to do it. Like, I really want to do it. So I'm most likely going to do it. Yeah, so if Bitcoin rejects from range high, which is the current area right now, and we are getting rejected right now, so we are actually, getting rejected right now. So if we actually do get rejected here, the levels that I'm going to be looking at is first and foremost the weekly open, and then the monthly open below. So the weekly open is 39K. I'm not going to. I'm not gonna be trading that level. My plan says I'm going to be buying the area around the monthly open, which is the area around 37.9 and 37, with extra focus on 37, where the range EQ. And basically what EQ is, it's equilibrium, the middle of the range. So if you get rejected by range high, you can look for a bounce at the middle of the range, the range EQ. And as you can see, the range EQ right here is also complement with that descending trend line right here. So that's what I'm watching. And I gotta be honest with you guys, like, the FOMO I'm feeling right now is no joke. Like, I want to be buying a big fat bag of Bitcoin and probably some Ethereum as well. and just a lot of shit coins as well. So the FOMO is real, but if it's something I've learned from my years of trading, I've been trading the crypto market for almost 5 years now, and the Forex market for over a year. If it's something I've learned from my years in trading is having a technical edge is good, right? Having a technical edge is good. It means that you have a profitable system, right? But a technical edge without any mental edge means nothing, right? And the mental edge is where you're the idea with having a mental edge is you have to realize when you're supposed to not trade and when you're supposed to be trading based on the feelings that you're feeling, right? So for now, for example, I'm feeling a huge urge to be in a trade on Bitcoin, which means I'm not going to follow the emotions. I have to stay true to my system and plan and only trade the plan. And right now the plan is either buy a retrace to 37K, which is the range EQ, or buy the break and retest of the range highs, which is the area between 41 and, well, around 41, right? So around 41. Mental edge is the most important part about trading, and you will never really get to know yourself and your mental edge until you start to journal, right? You need to journal, you need to review your trades, and I've learned how to listen to myself from journaling. So today, for example, this is my first day in quite a while when I'm not trading, and especially not the Forex market, because I had like a very good winning streak. I had like 5-6 big winners, 2 big winners, and a good winning streak, which in my book, like in my system, it tells me I need to take a break. I need to take a 24-hour break, because after a nice winning streak always comes a bad losing streak if I don't take a break when I feel that I'm becoming overconfident, right? So, and overconfidence is like you miss details, you take trades that you're not supposed to take, you're more impulsive, you make a stupid decision, that kind of stuff, and that is the mental edge. Are the Forex market easier to trade? Guys, let me show you a couple of trades that a trade I took today, for example. So I haven't actually taken a trade in the crypto market for many days, because like when Bitcoin is ranging here, all coins are doing nothing basically. There's no, like, I don't really find any good setups that align with my system. So for me, it makes no sense to be trading a lot of crypto. I'm just waiting patiently for any of these setups to form and focusing on Bitcoin. In the Forex market, however, this is a short trade I took today, a 2.5 hour trade. The question is, the Forex market's easier to trade? That's a complicated question, right? And the answer is simply, when the crypto market is quite quiet and boring, and you guys, like, I'm posting these Forex trades in the Burbness, so if you're interested in checking out the legacy calls as well, I believe I didn't post this one because this was a scalp long and I didn't really feel like it was high probability. I did, however, post this one, which hit, I guess, TP2. I can't remember really, but it's a great way to diversify your way of trading and diversify the markets that you're looking at, because there will be a time in the crypto market, like the time that we have been in this range, there will be a time when you're probably better off looking to other markets. If you really need to be in a trade, it's better to take a trade, and look at a setup that actually aligns with your system. And if you can't find any trades that align with your system in the crypto market, you can of course go over to the Forex market and take a look at that. And the principles are quite same. So I'm going to be showing you a quick trade in the Forex market that I've used the same setup, the same strategy, the same TA, everything's the same as the crypto market. Let's look at, give me a minute here. So one trade, that's the Euro 50, right? or the Euro NCD. This one right here. So this is a swing trade that we have been in the business. We've been in this for quite some time. So this idea is just extremely simple, right? Extremely simple. You have this level right here, this blue box right here. Get a nice little level here. Let's look at the 4 hour. So basically what I'm looking at right here is a nice uptrend here. I've added the Fibonacci tool from that low right here to this high, brings in the long RLC right here. We bounce nicely inside the long RLC, break and retest of the 618. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you should realize or recognize this type of setup. We have a break and retest of the 618, and this is exactly the same stuff that I teach to my private students. What we had then is a break through this resistance area, a rounded retest, and this is what I'm telling you. This is exactly the same setup I'm watching on Bitcoin, right? A break and retest right here. We had that retest right here, confirmation of a bounce. I entered right here, TP, last highs, and then based on the Fibonacci levels. It's just very simple. It's a simple break and retest. Let's look at the Euro 50. Same thing here. And for all the new viewers, we're going to end this with a quick look at Bitcoin as well before we go. So this is a chart I've gone through with my private students the other day. Look at Euro 50 long. So this is also based on a simple break and retest. Watch that one. A lot of lines on here. Let's remove all the moving averages. The idea here was quite simple. Got this support area right here, resistance area. We had a break and retest of that area. We got that trend line right here. We came down and we tested the trend line area for the 3rd time, and we also retested the reload zone right here. And I decided to go long right here based on the 15-minute structure right here. With that nice 15-minute bullish engulfing right here, I decided to enter right here with stops below that candle. And this was a quite successful trade. I think the average R on this one was around 5, right? So I'm basically using the same principles. And honestly, you could just remove the fib, remove the moving averages, and remove the trend line and all that stuff, and still trade this as a simple break and retest using horizontal levels. So it's quite simple, right? And guys, like I always say, the TA is easy, but trading is hard. And that's what I talked about in the beginning with your technical edge versus your mental edge. Your technical edge means nothing without a mental edge. So you combine the TA and the trading psychology part, and that's what creates a profitable trader. And as you know, we have once every week in the Burbness, we have a trader. We have 2 in-house trader psychologists, right? And once every week we have, or maybe twice a week, I can't remember, maybe twice a week, we have a trading psychologist session where we talk about the mental edge, which in my opinion is the most important part about trading. What leverage do you use on trading Forex? So I trade Forex on Prime XBT, and it's cross leverage. So cross leverage means that basically the whole account is leveraged or whatever, and you have to be very mindful of the position size. So when entering the orders in Prime XBT, you will put entry and stop loss, and when you're putting in the stop loss, you will see how much money you're going to lose if that stop loss get hit. And you just have to make sure that you're not risking more than you're willing to risk. And in my case, I'm risking 1% on all my setups basically. So I make sure that if the trade goes against me, I will never lose more than 1% of my trading capital. It's important to remember that leverage doesn't really matter, right? All that matters is position size and how much are you losing if you actually get stopped out. All right, guys. That's it for me today. I'm sure there's a lot of questions I have. Well, you know what? Bitcoin. We're going to take a quick last look at Bitcoin. I'm sure there's a lot of questions that I haven't gone through today. But I like the reason for this stream was just to just calm you down, tell you people tell you people that sound very rude. I'm sorry. Just to tell you that you're not supposed to you're not supposed to be buying resistance. And look at this. We're now retesting that upper part of the market structure. And which app do you use to trade Forex? I trade Forex on Prime XBT. Let me get you a link. Let me give you a link to Prime XBT. As soon as my browser, god damn it, I need a new PC. Everything's just lagging. All right, quick recap on Bitcoin. It's a quick recap on Bitcoin. There's just more and more people coming into the stream. So, I'm not gonna stop the stream until we run out until I run out of audience. So let's just, I guess, continue. See if I'm gonna post there's a link. There's a link in the YouTube chat with a link to Prime XP somewhere soon. It's just loading. Anyway, it's retesting that upper part of the low time frame structure right here. Dot should see a push up. Yes, it's small push up. It's still looking good, but god damn it, it really needs to get moving right now. Can you help me with TA for Cardano? Well, honestly, if I help you with Cardano, I'm gonna have 100 people asking for short requests, and I really don't have time for that. What you can do is tag me in the Nest Club, in the Birb Nest, and I will help you out. And yeah, I'll gladly help you out with that in the Discord channel. So yeah, Bitcoin actually, it kind of looks good. Look in the 15-minute here. We talked about how we wanted to see Bitcoin holding the upper part of this range, which is actually doing right now. So if we could get that next push up, it might be the breakout, right? It might be what's left before the breakout. And look at this local trend right here, nicely trending up. And what I'm thinking is, as soon as we start trading below 39.5, DOT will begin looking very ugly, and Bitcoin will probably come down and test the 39 area, the weekly open, and then of course the range EQ we have below at around 37.5 area is what I'm watching. So yeah, I haven't bought Bitcoin here. I'm not looking to buy Bitcoin here. I'm not buying resistance. I'm following my plan, and my plan is to buy the breakout and the rounded retest of the area between 40.5 or 41, or wait for range high to wait for a proper retrace down to the 37k area. What about bearish divergence? Yeah, I'm not watching divergences. I don't use it in my trading, so I can't really comment on that. A lot of people always ask me about divergences, bullish and bearish divergences, and all I can say is I'm very happy with my profitability. I'm very happy with my win rate and my average R, which means that most likely, if I start adding more stuff to my trading style, I will most likely become less profitable. And honestly, last couple of weeks, I've been trying to make my system even more simpler and remove more stuff. And what I've seen doing my trade journaling and all that stuff, what I've seen is that my profitability is actually increasing the more I remove indicators from my chart. So the best trades that I have taken is the clean trades based on only price action and horizontal levels. So there's really something to think about here. I've been trading for years, right? I've been adding a lot of different shit to my chart to be able to predict price action better. But then if I remove everything and start from the beginning, I see the shot much cleaner, and that's where I have most of my best setup. So the lesson here is a lot of new people, they come into the market and they ask me, what's the best indicator to use when I'm trading? And the best indicator to use is the one that's working. The best indicator to use is the one that's working with your personal trader style and your personal system. So what I would recommend everyone do, right? If you're a new trader, you're not really sure where to start, you're not really sure where to begin, start with understanding the importance of horizontal support and resistance, as well as market structure, right? So number one, horizontal support and resistance. Number two, market structure. The third thing you're going to do is implement the break and retest strategy to the horizontal level. So in an uptrend, if the market structure is trending to the upside, you want to find the closest resistance, and the plan is to buy the break and retest. So when price breaks through the resistance and then retest that resistance and holds it as support, that's when you're going to be a buyer, and you're going to sell at the next resistance above, and your stop loss is going to be below the swing low prior to breakout. That's it. That's it. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. By doing that, you can be profitable. Now, what I've talked to you guys in the beginning about the mental edge, you will realize that it sounds very easy, and it actually is quite easy, but when you actually enter the trade, you start thinking, and that's the problem. When you start thinking, that's when stuff most likely, doesn't really work out. So stay focused, stay disciplined, make a plan, trade a plan. Trend is your friend, all that stuff, All right, guys, I need to get some sleep. I'm super tired. I would like to thank you all for joining. And if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Next time, I might not be doing this on Twitter. So please go over to YouTube, subscribe to the Birb channel if you want to see more stuff like this, because I might not, do the, might not alert you guys when I'm actually going live. And if you like this stream that we had, God damn it, Spain versus Sweden today. Yeah, I'm not a fan of football. Like I do like watching those games, but honestly, I would much rather be here with you guys doing this, trading, making money, and yeah. All right, guys, it wasn't today. God damn it. How fucking embarrassing is that? Obviously. Sweden is gonna get their ass kicked, most likely. All right, guys. If you like this, if you like what you've seen tonight, remember that we have these live streams on a daily basis in the Burbness. So check out theburbness.com/free trial and join the 7 days free. And I'll see you guys in the Burbness. All right, guys. Take care, everyone, and have a beautiful, whatever day it is. Tuesday. Take care, guys. Love you all.